I remember being young and she was here and she was preaching that word of deliverance. I don't know how old she was at the time, but she was speaking on marriage and she said that God told her to choose between marriage and ministry. And at that time, she chose ministry. And so she did ministry for some time. And I don't know, some of you may know her story, but she got married about 3 years ago at 63 years old for the first time. And she seems to be very happy with, her marriage, and she fulfilled her assignment that God had. And so I think that our paths are just very different. I chose to wait until I was fully established. I didn't want to have a child and not be able to provide, and some of that speaks to some of my traumas though, because I want to be able, even if I'm married, to provide for my child, even if he doesn't help. I shouldn't have had that mindset going into a marriage. But one of the other reasons I went into the marriage was because of how the church prepares, right? Grooms us to be wives in waiting he asked me to marry him. Let me take this opportunity because nobody else may ever ask. And that's not a good reason. And if I could do it over again, I thank God for my son, but if I could do it over again, I would have gone through more healing and waited, even if it meant waiting until 38. Well, I'm almost 38. And so I think it's all about timing. I think it's all about, waiting on God and what the plans that he has for your life. You may get married at 30. You may get married at 40. You may get married like Dr. Trim did at 63. It's all about his plan and his purpose for your life. And don't get discouraged if you still are waiting. And like she said, for some people, singleness is for them and it works for them. But for the people who are waiting, just keep waiting on God. But also don't think that your husband's going to break into your house. So you can't just hide in your house and think that he's going to find you. You have to be present in spaces where you can be seen and visible.